Question that we're going to take a look at comes from number 55 of section 8.4, a review of functions. Number 55 reads as f of x, so that's our function notation, is equal to 1 over x minus 4. And the goal of this problem is we want to determine the domain. Okay, so what you want to recall is that the domain pertains to your x values. And what you want to note here is that this particular function is a rational expression. In other words, it's written as a fraction. So you have a clearly defined numerator, which is the 1, and a clearly defined denominator, which is that x minus 4. And you should recall that there is a set rule that you have that you cannot have a 0 occupy the denominator. So what we're saying here is that x minus 4 cannot be equal to 0. Well, we can get a little bit more specific, and if we were to add 4 to both sides, we would have that we know that x cannot equal a positive 4. This is really the only restriction that we have. The reason being is you could throw any other value in for x, and you would get some value other than 0. So when we write out the domain here, we say that the domain can run from negative infinity to positive 4, and we use a parenthesis next to the 4 to say that we are not going to include it. And really, it's only 4 that we're skipping over, so that is why our next interval that we're going to look at is going to go from 4 to positive infinity. Basically, what this is saying is I can use any number. Let me go ahead and do a number line and denote the 4. So if I were on the number line, I'm saying I can use any number that lies to the left of 4, but when I get to 4, I kind of have to jump over it or ignore it or step over it because it won't work. That value, if I plug it into my function, in other words, if I did f of 4 is equal to 1 over 4 minus 4, I would get 1 over 0, which we had denoted, or which we had noted was undefined. Okay, so after I skip over or hop over that 4, I can then proceed to use all the numbers that are available to the right of 4. So this is why your domain is written as such. It is saying, basically, I can use any number that I want for x except 4.